Batfleck is no longer directing The Batman, but Warner Brothers has possibly found a new director in their very own Mattman. I'm Erica Ishii, and this is Screen Junkies News. Mattman. Ben Affleck left some giant shoes to fill when he departed from the director's chair of the upcoming DC film, The Batman. But Warner Brothers wasted no time in finding a new director, Matt Reeves. Variety reported late Friday that the Cloverfield and War for the Planet of the Apes director is still in negotiations for the role, but is the studio's top choice to take over the film, with Ben Affleck still in the role as the Caped Crusader and still working with the script that he and Geoff Johns wrote. Here to tell us if they think Reeves is the best choice is David Griffin from Collider TV Talk.
Thanks for having me. That is, it's a tough question.
It's a good question.
It's a great question.
So just right off at the top, do you think he's right for this?
I think he can pull it off. He's handled two blockbusters back to back. I mean, he had Cloverfield, several years ago, but then he came back and he did, the sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Now he's doing War for Planet of the Apes. So he's done blockbusters. He knows how to handle it. And I think it's tough. I wanted Ben to do it. I really did. I think Ben's been a fantastic director ever since the whole stuff with Jennifer Lopez back in the day. That kind of like almost ruined his career. But he's done The Town and Argo, and he's been nominated for awards. And he's done such a good job as director. But to play Batman and direct is a huge responsibility. Maybe it's good that they're passing the torch for somebody else to kind of take a little bit of responsibility off of Ben's shoulders.
I think so. I think for Batman, who is such an iconic character from a iconic universe, it's a lot of pressure to be dealing with everything that he was. So I'm kind of glad that they took it off of his shoulders. You're right. Matt Reeves, as you said, is no real stranger to blockbusters. So you're thinking good. This is good news.
I think it could be good news.
It's still tentative, but possibly good news.
I feel bad because I know DC fans out there. I mean, I'm one of you. Everybody, critics, everybody. A lot of people have been getting on DC for their films and maybe not being as good as Marvel and all this like Marvel versus DC stuff. Like, I want these movies to succeed. I want the Batman to be awesome. I'm going to go see it. Probably opening weekend. I want it to be great. Yeah,
absolutely. I grew up reading and watching predominantly DC.
Yeah, I mean, Batman the Animated Series, Justice League, like all those, and they were so good. I was so more enamored by DC than I was Marvel until now, so I'm always rooting for these films.
Yeah, absolutely. So there have been rumors that Reeves is going to be starting over from scratch. They're going to have a completely new script in his vision. Do you think that that's going to be the case, and do you think that's a good idea?
It depends. I mean, we heard that the Ben Affleck, Geoff Johns script, rumors, of course, was fantastic. Geoff Johns, of course, is a great comic book writer. He's now kind of the Kevin Feige, the head of the DC Entertainment Universe. But Chris Terrio, who was the co-writer of Argo with Ben Affleck, was supposed to do a rewrite as well. And now there's rumor that Matt Reeves might do his own version of it. Again, it feels like maybe too many hands in the kitchen, which is a little bit worrisome for me. But again, I have to hope that these are all good decisions because Terrio has written the Justice League script. He also wrote Batman v Superman. So maybe Terrio can better implement it into the wider DC universe. I hope.
Right.
And again, it's all hope.
Yeah. Hopes and dreams. Our hopes and dreams are pinned on these new DC films. Also, The Hollywood Reporter is still listing Ridley Scott as being a backup choice to direct if Reeves' negotiations fall through. We have thoughts.
I love Ridley Scott. Alien is one of my favorite films of all time. Gladiator, even like movies like Kingdom of Heaven. Most recently, The Martian was great. He's got Alien Covenant, which is the sequel to Prometheus, coming out. And Ridley, I trust. He doesn't have the perfect track record, but he's a solid director. He knows what he's doing. I don't want him to come over to this world. I'd like to see him do some other projects instead.
I think when you're handling a franchise that is as popular as the DC heroes, you are expected to, in some ways, give up your own artistic vision in order to create something that dovetails better with the vision that the studio has for the films. And I think Ridley Scott has a very distinctive vision, and I want to see him do his own properties. I think
it's a good thing. Yeah. I think when you watch like Prometheus, like that's, whether you like it or not, that's his vision. It's his vision. But if he comes over to DC, it's like, you have Geoff Johns, Ben Affleck as executive producer. You're going to have their vision mixed in with yours. Plus he's producing Blade Runner. He's got so many projects going on right now. It's like I'd rather him just stick to those projects instead of coming over to DC. That might be too much for him.
Yeah. I mean, I think he could kill it.
Oh, he could, definitely. Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Right. Well, thank you so much for talking with me
about
it.
Thanks for having me.
It's always great to geek out over Batman.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think of Matt Reeves as the new Batman director? Please let us know your thoughts in this new direction. Thank you so much for watching. Please click here for more internets. And make sure to subscribe to Screen Junkies News.